Writer Mark Edlitz joins us today for an epic conversation. He's the author of the book Look Up in the Sky, the Forgotten Superboy series. Super excited, guys. Let's do it. Mr. Mark, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Super congrats on all your incredible work, talent, and success.
I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for having me. It's a real treat.
You're very welcome, man. Look Up in the Sky, the Forgotten Superboy series. I love the book. I've read it once. I'm reading it again. Tell us about it, man. I also see all the Bond stuff in the background there. Are you a Bond slash Superman fan?
I do love my pop culture. I do love my superheroes. James Bond's sort of like a quasi superhero. I've somehow written 4 books on James Bond over the years, although I didn't set out to. I just found more to discover, and I felt like I could contribute to that conversation. One of the books is about Timothy Dalton's last unmade third and fourth films. And with Superboy, there were a couple reasons why I wrote the book on Superboy. So let me explain what the book is. So it's called Look Up in the Sky, the Forgotten Superboy series. And it's an overview of the entire series, the overview of the character, how the series came together, what happened while they were making it, and what happened after it ended. And it includes interviews with the cast and the crew and the creators and the writers and the directors and the producers. It was made with a lot of talented people about this big cultural icon, Superman or Superboy. And it hasn't really gotten the attention that it might deserve. And I try to go into all the reasons for that.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I mean, it really is an epic read. And I mean, of course, I love the series. And I've had several of the cast members recently here on the show. Superboy himself, Lana Lang, Bizarro, Yellow Perry. I mean, character names, of course. But I mean, it's just... man, I'm still trying to, it's so surreal, you know, and to hear the stories from them. And now that I've read the book, I really feel that I am, I really feel well educated. I mean, it's full circle when it comes to the Superboy world. So, I mean, man, I highly recommend it to all of you watching. I mean, it really is great. And so, I mean, for you personally, I mean, has writing always been the dream?
I've been writing, my first book was something called How to Be a Superhero, which came out in, I want to say 2010. And so I've been writing books since then. And that is something that gives me great pleasure. I also produced and directed a documentary on extreme Star Wars fans called Jedi Junkies. So yeah, I mean, writing and watching these things and researching, I love research. I feel like that's my superpower.
And when you started writing this book, I mean, did people think you were crazy? Because for those of us who got to see the show, you know, when it came out, that's one thing. But there are a lot of people out there that have no idea that the show exists. And, you know, obviously with the book now, you're giving it new life. We're talking about it now and hearing all the stories from all the actors. I mean, it was definitely special to them, and it's special to all of us, right? So, I mean, it deserves life, right? And so, but did people, I mean, was there hesitation?
Yes, my family told me not to do this. Many times when I went to an interview someone, they would who was connected with the show, they would teasingly, you know, ask me, you know, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Why are you doing this? But in a very gentle way, in a very supportive way, in a lovely way. But yes, so it didn't necessarily seem like there was a clamoring for it. But what made this series so special is all the people who worked on it and who cared about the character, and they all took it seriously and did the best they could under the conditions they had to make the show.
Well, knowing everything that you know now, and now that the book's out, I mean, when you look back at the show, you know, what's your favorite episode?
I love the one where Superboy loses his memory and starts living with a woman and her child, and you see sort of a third character. You're not seeing Superboy in his heroic best. You're not seeing Clark Kent in his persona. You're seeing yet another character. I also love the episode where Superboy and Lex Luthor are trapped in the cave together with kryptonite, and they can't get out. And that was actually written by the actor who played Lex Luthor, who was kind enough to talk to me as well. That's called a bottle episode, and a bottle episode is something that essentially takes place in one set, and the purpose of that is to save money. But it's also an example of creativity being born out of that limitation of how we going to save money this week. Oh, I know. We'll do a great character piece. And I also love the episode where Superboy is forced to live Lex Luthor's childhood. It's an example of empathy. You don't excuse Lex Luthor for anything he did. You don't absolve him for his numerous sins, but you do at least understand where he's coming from. And I just love that there's a show about empathy, and that's sort of my approach to writing. I don't try to overpraise or over criticize. My deal is to understand what they were trying to do and how they did it.
Very cool. What about your favorite superhero? I mean, overall, who is your favorite? Obviously, you can tell my hero's Superman, but who's your favorite?
Yes, Superman and Batman, and it varies. I don't remember who, but somebody said Batman is closer to who we are, and Superman is who we aspire to be. And I thought that was a lovely notion.
Right. I mean, for me, it's a way of life. I mean, Superman is my favorite. Obviously, I don't have superpowers. I could never be Superman. But I mean, it's just really just trying to be the best that I can be in whatever I do, and that's where the inspiration comes from. So it's all awesome, man. Congrats again on the book. I mean, so you've got a few of them out there. What's next for Mark Edlitz? I mean, are you done with the Super World? Do you have another Bond book coming out? What's next?
I'm working on my next two books. I'm finishing up a book on Orson Welles, which is very different than this. And then I've started a horror-related manuscript.
Awesome.
The Welles thing is mostly done. There's a lot of deliverables to get it in publishing shape, but the manuscript itself is more or less ready for other humans to read. And then the horror thing is just at its nascent stage.
Epic. Congratulations, Mark. Thank you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate it. Super congrats on all your incredible work, talent, success.
You've been wonderful, and thank you for your time. I feel grateful to have this moment to talk with you, so thank you.
You're welcome, man. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Pick up your copy today of Look Up in the Sky, the Forgotten Superboy series. I will have a link in the description. I mean, watch the show, Superboy. I mean, it's epic show, epic times, epic cast. Watch, rewatch, and enjoy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.